The new remake of the film Mean Girls may be bringing laughs in theaters, but for many young people, real life mean girls are no laughing matter. Here with tips on navigating girls and friendships, we welcome back teen coach Barb Steinberg. Great to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
So, these teen girls that we're talking about, this specific age group, they have a primal need for attachment. Can you tell us more about that? And is it specific to girls?
Yeah, so relationships and friendships obviously are vital for girls' social development. It is as well for boys. The difference is girls have a primal need for attachment. And what that means is that they have a different response to the potential loss of a friend or the loss of a friend, meaning they're very fearful of isolation or being alone. So we might see them making choices in friendships that don't necessarily look positive or healthy.
So why do these cliques and groups form, especially among teen girls? Is there something kind of driving that behavior?
Yeah, I would say that there's three main reasons that girls form cliques. One is to explore common interests. So we like horses, or we're super into volleyball. Another might be to explore control. So that has to do with power and learning how to use your power in relationships. And there's one more, and it's totally escaping my mind.
We can circle back. Let's talk about frenemies. I think a lot of us have experienced this as teenagers and as adults, right? Not that much changes, when you really get down to it after high school. So how can we help girls navigate those frenemy relationships?
Yeah, the on and off again relationship with girls is common. 1 week they're friends, the next week they're not speaking. So we do need to help our girls navigate that. It's tricky. What we want to do is we don't want to speak too negatively about their friend today or their enemy today, because it might be their friend tomorrow. So we want to ask non-judgmental questions that are self-reflective, like, tell me what you like about this friend, and what are you looking for in a friend? What are your top 3 qualities? When is the last time this friend showed you those qualities? So you're sort of holding up a mirror to gently have her reflect on her friendship, what's working and what's not working, and also giving her some strategies. If she is in the enemy stage of the frenemy situation, then maybe we can suggest to her, how would you feel about sitting on the other end of the table in the cafeteria from her for however long this issue's going on? Or maybe when you're with her and in her presence, you're not sharing really personal, private information that could be used against you. You're just going to keep it light.
So tell me about this idea that you have called friend dating. What does that mean? What does it look like?
So we want our girls to be resilient, and we want them to have options and to be nimble. So we want them to look at the landscape of their campus and consider who is a potential new friend. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 3 girls or guys. And then what's my pickup line going to be? How am I going to start this conversation? Am I going to ask her to be my science partner? Am I going to ask her what she did last weekend? And how am I going to keep this conversation going? It sounds like a no-brainer for adults, but girls really do need these friendship skills to learn how to communicate, start the conversation, keep it going.
Yeah, it's lifelong skills that they'll build on and use in the future. Tell me about this idea of role playing. Can we kind of use that to help our girls learn those skills too?
Sure. So role playing, if they're amenable to the idea, which hopefully they will be sometimes, you can practice. For example, if she has an issue with a friend, you're going to act in this role play as your daughter, and she's going to be the friend because she knows what the friend will say or how the friend will react, and you don't necessarily know that. So you're going to give her some language of how she can respond in a respectful or kind or maybe a little bit more direct way. And then you're going to switch, and she's going to practice this new language so that she can feel more prepared when she's face to face having this conversation.
That's a great idea. So inevitably our girls are going to get hurt. They're tough on each other at times. If you do have a daughter or a loved one who's hurt by a friend, how can you help them out in that situation?
Yes, that is super hard if you're a parent or a caregiver to see your daughter struggling in a friendship or relationship. So the first thing we want to do is we don't want to dismiss her pain. We want to honor her pain. So we don't want to say, oh, I'm sure she was just joking. She didn't mean it. It's just a phase. It'll pass. That's sort of dismissive. So what we want to do is honor the pain by being empathetic, by saying something like, I'm really sorry you're going through this. I can see that it's really hard. and I'm sorry about that. So I'm now letting her know, I'm with you, I see you, I get you. She's feeling understood. And then after she's gotten it all out, and she's talked it all out or cried it all out, and then what we'll do is we'll ask her, do you want to talk about how you might want to handle this? And then we're going to ask her for some ideas, if she has any possible solutions and what the possible outcome might be. So if she says, oh, well, I'll talk with her with the whole group together at the lunch table. So then I might say, well, how do you think that might go? And then she might say, well, I could talk to her one-on-one. And I might say, how do you think that might go? So I'm teaching her solutions, outcomes.
That's a great way to kind of lead her to the right answer without, she'll find it on her own, and then she'll feel like mom didn't really coach her along the way. That's what they want to do at the end of the day, right? Thank you so much. It was great chatting with you today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this. First